X Toycat, and welcome back to Flat Core. This is a flat world, just 2 layers of dirt, 1 layer of grass, and nothing else because there's no bonus chests on hardcore, and oh yeah, because it's hardcore, it's not just hard difficulty, but when I die, it's all over. And so, interestingly enough, last time we managed to get our hands on some wood, but it's non-renewable wood. That is to say, I have this wood once, I will never get it again unless I can find a sapling some other way. And so right now, I'm in a very weird situation where I have a single wooden hoe that I'm desperately trying to keep going. I have myself a single bed, which is a very, very fun sighting and will help me avoid phantoms, but I'm still at the mercy of the Wandering Trader and of having to literally break every single block with my fist. Because right now I still have some blocks in this hole, leading to slimes apparently spawning. Right now I still don't have enough— oh no, get back in the hole, get back in the hole. Right now I still do not have enough wheat to actually sell to get enough emeralds, and I also only have 2 of those emeralds, so if a Wandering Trader comes along— by the way, dear XC, thank you for becoming the 389th channel member, working our way back towards 400. Massively appreciate your help on doing that. But yeah, one of the fun things is that right now I'm working my way back towards getting any form of renewable wood, because if I can have wood of any type, there's no bonus chest, like I mentioned, so the only way to get wood is from a Wandering Trader, but I won't be able to buy saplings. But that's where this thumbnail comes in. If I get moss and I use bone meal on the moss, some of that moss might grow azalea saplings, which I can then use basically as an alternative. And so right now I'm desperately trying to get 3 more emeralds or just find a Wandering Trader that gives me moss. In either case, I need the Wandering Trader for both of them, and I have to make a tricky decision about whether it's worth— it's like literally it's the golden goose problem. Do I kill the Wandering Trader, chat? Keeping in mind that if I kill him, I'll definitely get a milk bucket, or do I keep him alive and try to trade with him until he vanishes by himself? I don't know what the answer to this problem is. All I know is that I have this wonderful little area, which if you haven't watched last time, I like to call daytime darkness. That's because I've made it dark there during the daytime, which is actually very handy. You might wonder why that is, why I would want to have a daytime dark area. But it basically means that I can have access to zombies, which aren't that useful. I can get iron from them, which I'm looking forward to. But as well as being able to get iron, which I am very much a fan of, I'll also be able to get my hands on some. I'm going to make sure I punch them so they die from my fist. Ideally here, I don't want to be hurt that many times. But yeah, making sure that I get my hands on some skeletons would be great too, because I'll need a lot of bone meal, whether I get saplings, whether I can sell hay bales. I need bone meal, and that means I need to find skeletons and somehow kill them. I have literally 5 hours, so I could go that route for it. But I'm also thinking I've got this secondary route of, okay, here's 5 zombies, right? What if we had the 5 zombies attack the skeleton? That is in fact manageable. As long as the skeleton— okay, so there we go. The skeleton's dealing with him now. So I'm now going to get all the zombies nice and close by to the skeleton, as close as we can reasonably manage, and then we'll have the same thing happen again. One of those zombies even— oh, okay, that did not work. That did not go according to plan at all. Anyway, so basically my plan is, I want to get my hands on any drops that zombies can have, any drops that skeletons can have, but today's episode is really reliant on the Wandering Trader again, because the Wandering Trader is a godsend for worlds like this. Anyway, hello everyone. Also trade him, then kill him, says Cat. That's the question, because for the first 10-15 minutes I know he'll be there, but at what point do I kill the golden goose because it's not laying any more eggs? It's a fun question with a tricky answer, I would say. Anyway, so come on, zombie, attack the skeleton. Oh man, the skeleton literally managed to light me on fire with that. Very smart of him, I have to say. But yeah, killing that skeleton is going to be a tricky thing, unless I can maybe get a second skeleton in and think— oh god. Yeah, the skeleton has worked out a way to light me on fire by using mobs, which is clever, if very annoying. Speaking of very annoying, I could die to these, so I'm going to stay very, very cautious and very, very far away. Just having the occasional little poke on him to make sure that when he dies, it counts as a me kill. And that way, if he dropped any iron ingots, I'd be able to keep them. Hitting the zombies on fire, but faster for some reason. So don't hit the zombies, they'll lock onto you. Yeah, maybe that's all I've got to do. Okay, so there's a skeleton. There's a zombie literally next to it. Let's just make sure that the skeleton attacks the zombie and not me. Okay, are you doing it? Okay, so I'm knocking the zombie back. It's not working well. Okay, so we'll let the we'll let the zombies die in the day, and then I'll run. Oh, it's a baby zombie. You know, at least it's not riding a chicken. Am I right, chat? Okay, so let's just get all the zombies out here. If they die, they die, but that's also fine with me. Skeletons, annoyingly, are way smarter than zombies and won't just go outside if it means they will die. And so, yeah, this is one of my problems I have to solve. I think the easiest way is just when there's too many mobs, run away from them. And if I come back, then I might get my hands on something. So hello everyone, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. This series has been on my mind a lot since I last, was streaming it on Monday. On Sunday, rather. And I think that's a really fun sign for Minecraft. I think, I love having these sorts of worlds where I've got such a silly challenge over me that, like, just bare minimum surviving is hard. And I don't know why that is, but I can't help but be addicted to them. So every, like, 6 months to a year or so, we're just like, what if we did something a little bit goofy? I'm still looking forward to playing more Sky Glue, but we're still deep in the editing process for the first 100 days on that one. And so in the meantime, we've been playing some Superflat core, given that it just became possible. Very, very exciting. You used to have to play Ultraflat if you wanted to enjoy this, but now we can do it with some vanilla Minecraft. I might need to try out my own Superflat hardcore, says Chris Smith. I don't think you would regret it, Chris Smith. I don't think you would regret it. So what's the goal after you get moss or saplings, says Vera. So once I get moss or saplings, I'll be able to actually, terraform, move around the world and stuff like that. And I'll be able to build myself a mob grinder if I want one. The if I want one is actually kind of critical. It depends how much iron and stuff we have before we get there. But I'll imagine I'll want to have one anyway, so I can farm arrows, so I can farm stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm going to build myself a mob grinder. It's going to be real good. I'm going to build it with Bedrock being the bottom layer too, I think. I built my previous one a little bit too, not high up, but yeah, too high up, I guess. And I think that was a mistake. I think I want to have it be like a layer. I think I maybe want to have like potential redstone in the future, because now we can kill witches to get redstone every single time. We can actually conceivably build redstone contraptions. They have to be simple, because we don't have access to pistons. Actually, without access to pistons, what do we have? Like, we could build a redstone lamp if we get glowstone, which we can get glowstone. So we can, we can conceivably light up areas with commands and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, Sky Glue's been my favorite series so far, says Adam Sony. It's such a random and specific challenge. I'm glad that there are people who enjoy the random and specific challenges, just like I do. So yeah, we're going to sit in this hole, just break a lot of this up. Again, really, it's only big slimes that I'm really worried about. So if we even just come through here and make sure that there's no space big enough for a big slime, I think that would make a big difference to my quality of life here. So let's also break these blocks. And then once we've done that, we should have removed most of the possibility for a slime nearby me. Except this, obviously, still needs some work. How do you have wood, by the way, says Jan. I traded with a wandering trader. It's a brand new trade they have. I knew it would be useful for series like this. I didn't expect to actually get so lucky on my first time. But here we are. Love being at least a little bit lucky. And, yeah, I also, if I get wood, I'm going to be able to build myself my first house. I've got a bit of a weird setup going on right now, where I've got, like, this thing, I guess, to be as polite as I can towards myself. And, yeah, that's kind of all I have for that. But I'm going to try and get some skeletons to spawn, and then we're going to go to sleep. And then when the skeletons die in the morning, I can pick up their arrows and also their bones. So I'm going to temporarily put my emeralds away. I won't be needing those anytime too soon. I'm going to temporarily put this on. It's got protection too, so, just a little bit of extra safety tonight. And then I'll kill some cows while I wait to see some, not creepers, skeletons. So that's 2 skeletons. I think previously this was as good as we could get without dying. That's 3 skeletons. Are we going to push the boat out and maybe go for more? Okay, that's 3 skeletons just over here. If I can get... Yeah, if I can just go to sleep right now, we'd be doing great, I think. That skeleton might knock me out of bed. Oh, it dodged my head just barely. So now we want to make sure none of the skeletons die, or despawn before they die, I should say. So I'm going to run over here and just make sure that skeleton's alive, this skeleton's alive. We could punch the zombies, but I think it's too risky right now. So I'll punch him once. There we go. Okay, the skeleton is dead, chat. This is great news. And look how many bones we got from this. Oh, yes. 3 bones so far, plus a few arrows. And then there's one skeleton in there that didn't quite die. Is he fighting a skeleton? Oh, he's fighting another skeleton, actually. Perfectly handy. So I'm going to use some of the newfound arrows I have to just get in there and do it that way. I'm going to make sure I get full health because he does look to be quite enchanted. But I'm feeling pretty good about today. Look at that. Look how many bones we have. I am bone mealed to hell. So, Minecraft says Delta sucks at Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft! That is the game we are playing. If I was Jack Black, I would say, like, Minecraft! And then you'd go, wow! And then say Absolute Cinema and, ironically, buy tickets to my movie. But you know, do you know how much ironic ticket sales count on the, box office? Oh, that's bad. Do you know how much it counts towards the box office numbers when someone ironically watches a movie, chat? Counts exactly the same as how much it counts. Oh. Yeah, punching this guy with just a fist is going to be a pain, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what else I'd punch him with, but killing him with just my fist. Gonna suck. But we did it. Hopefully he gives me some of those arrows back. He does, in fact. And now, look at this. Chat, I have 5 bone meal, or 5 bones, which makes 15 bone meal, which means I can make a bone block if I wanted to. I'm only missing 8 of the ingredients for the Happy Gas recipe. Very, very exciting times. Okay, so there's a slime spawning chunk over here I want to do something about. I think I might do the thing where I literally just turn the rows into... like, if I literally just dig every other block, I can prevent big and, you know, medium slimes from spawning. So I think we should do that for every slime spawning chunk. So, if you don't understand, chat, because I think I'm explaining... only slightly okay. Yeah, let's blame me. It's not you. It's not your fault if you misunderstand. It's my fault for not making you understand. Basically, mobs need a certain size for them to spawn. For most mobs, like a pig or a cow, it's a 1x1 block. But for a large slime, they need at least, I think it's 3x3, but it's at least 2x2. And the same is true for medium. They need a 1.5x1.5 size block, which means if there's no block of that description, they can't spawn. And so when a slime would spawn that's medium or large, it instead has to spawn as one of these babies, and they can't hurt me, so I'm not bothered by them. My left ear is enjoying this stream. Okay, chat, this is driving me crazy. Why is it getting out to everyone's left ear more than their right? Does anyone know why this issue would be happening? Because I did check, it is real. I have no idea why that is true. I'm very sorry, chat. There's nothing on my end that would indicate why it would be happening. I can confirm that it is happening, but it doesn't make any sense. So how do you get cobble, though? Says, no, wait, what happened there? It was just a cow. How do you get cobble, though? So this is the fun thing. Wooden tools are going to be my go-to for a very, very long time. Because you don't. So between 0 and positive 16, which is I think this chunk here. Yeah, this chunk right here is also a slime spawning one, but I've been working on it. It's going pretty well. I'll do the opposite of what I've been doing here, and I'll actually place blocks along every other one. Just kind of make it impossible for mobs to spawn on this. Did I see it? Do I hear a slime behind me? I do. So this chunk can spawn slimes, and we'll just remove that as a fear by making this a thing. Okay, so that's the easiest way to solve for this chunk, but I'm already kind of working on this one. And then there's another chunk which is just in this direction, which starts at plus... it starts at x0 and z minus 16. So x0 is over here, z minus 16 is over here. So this chunk, or yeah, minus 16, 1, I guess is where we'll go. So we're just going to break the ground out in rows, going towards minus 32. Wait, is it minus 32? Yeah, it'd be all the way out towards x 32, and then minus 32 from here. So this way a bunch, and then this way a bunch. So we'll just break a bunch of blocks to like kind of show that we understand. And by placing these breaks in the ground, we prevent large slimes from spawning, and later we can do fun things with this. Some people in chat have been asking, Toycat, why don't you just make carpet? And then you could cover the chunk in that. I don't have enough carpet. I don't know how much carpet you guys think I have. But if I used all of my wool so far, I would get 42. And a chunk contains 256 blocks. So I could do this, but with carpets. But I think I'd rather break out the dirt, because it will look more interesting, right? So no end, no never. So survive until you don't is the end game. So, Timet, I would like to answer your question with a question. What is the end game of regular Minecraft? I know that's a silly one, but yeah, the end game is how far can we take this always. I used to set it as can we defeat Minecraft and go to the end, but I think that kind of went against the spirit of this channel, which is like, yeah, actually the game doesn't end when Minecraft ends. Not only is that not true, but also it's not how most people treat the game. A lot of people like my long-term survival Let's Play in regular vanilla Minecraft because it doesn't say, well, we defeat the Ender Dragon, goodbye. It's because we went so far past that point. And so I'd like to effectively do the same here. So, you know what, the end isn't the end. The end is what we choose to be the end. Getting a goat horn is the end game, says Plume. You know what, that's a fine end game too, I guess. I definitely, my personal end game, if you want to know that, I don't know if you do, but my personal end game would be to get this series to go further than the original Superflat series. It drove me crazy by the end because of just the bad RNG. Assuming we don't get similarly bad RNG, everyone cross their fingers, we should be just great. So making a mob farm for iron could help a lot. Yeah, I think that we might have to, but also, yeah, it's the only real way. So the only reason we would have to is so we can get iron, right? Because we can make copper once we've got water. And we can get water from a wandering trader. Is that a wandering trader there, or is that just a single llama? It's just a single llama. I kind of want to put him in a zoo or something, but I'll probably get enough animals. Yeah, I definitely want to have a zoo this time around. I want to do a lot of silly things, but I'm going to be able to plan the world much better, chat. Because you can see this right now in my slime chunk planning. I want to plan this world so that I can have all of my pigs in a pen, way more than I ever think I do need. Oh, that's why I need the carrot farm to be started, by the way. Question: how long is a piece of endgame? There you go, Polly E. You've got the classic British idiom, throwing it right at people. IBX Toycat, I'm pretty sure slimes just need one solid block under them and 3x3 airspaces, so they'll still be able to spawn. Okay, I'm done spamming now. So you're saying I should make the holes 2 deep rather than 1 deep, right, Ryan? Because 1 air block below them and 2 wouldn't work? Maybe that's what it is. So YouTube has something called numeral sound bites, which means the 4th right sound side bites are dead, but the 2nd are turned up. Look up Left 4 Dead 2 for more information. We do love to share a little misinformation from time to time. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was doing this hardcore flat lamp challenge myself up until my game froze and it unfroze. A big slime blitzed me. I hate the whole lagging, freezing, banding issue. Good news, there is a brand new Minecraft update out right now. You can play it if you want to. Like hit check for update or whatever in your Minecraft world. It's a great idea. So yeah, today is mostly a day. Today's stream, we're at day 10. I'm, first of all, really impressive, right? Surviving 10 days with nothing. It's like every single thing I've built so far is just dirt. Can we give me a miniature round of applause if I'm worth one for that? But second of all, my big kind of aim and progress today is to move into the wooden tools. That's where I would be happy. That's where I would be really amazed. If by the end of, 5.5 hours of Superflat, we could say, yeah, I've got myself a wooden shovel and I could make another one without seriously harming my prospects. But yeah, I still play Legacy Console Edition as my main Minecraft 12 years later. You know, full respect for that, DC Verse Clips. So yeah, I wonder if this would work too. If I because I'm doing rows right now. But what if instead of doing rows, I do this? Let's start breaking the blocks this way and finding out. Yeah, I do wonder. But yeah, the only way to prevent all slimes from spawning would be going all the way down to Bedrock. But yeah, for now, we'll just have these silly little holes. Maybe they'll trap some mobs in. Maybe that'll cause me problems. Let's find out, I guess. And by going in alternating holes, we make sure that all of the spawn spacing is not good. I don't go to the theater hardly at all, but I'm planning on seeing a Minecraft movie for the 2nd time this Friday. So much fun. Oh, that is high praise for a movie if you're like, yep, I'm going to watch it twice. I have really mixed feelings about it, right? I think I left it being like, wow, way better than expected. And then like the whole Mimi thing kind of happened alongside of that. the whole Mimi thing kind of happened alongside. And I think it's really, really interesting that a lot of people are like, yeah, going to the cinema is an opportunity to do some silly things, like I see on the TikToks, right? And I actually kind of think that's like an event to see. You know, like no one wants to see, you know, an accident on the motorway. No one wants to see a car accident at all, right? But if one happens, you're going to be craning your neck. You're going to be looking, right? You know, like you might not like the fact that you are. You might think that it's one of the worst parts of human psychology. But you're still a little curious. You could, you know, you might even argue you're actually a good person for looking to make sure they're okay. Whatever it is that makes you like get through your day, right? I'm not here to judge or to decide. But it was better than expected. But the plot stumped me. Yeah. Thank you, Kat. I'm glad you say it. It's like what I said, right? Like it's a lot of non sequiturs. I guess that slime spawns suspiciously close to these blocks. It might be that I mined them in the wrong direction. I hope I didn't mine them in the wrong direction. So those are 2 skeletons. I'm just going to go to sleep. Actually, I should probably do a creeper first. I've got a big chunk of land over there. So let's get the creeper down here. Ugh. Get the creeper real close to here. I do have to start thinking, oh man, there's so many mobs in here. Chat, how did I end up with a pit full? Okay, no, you're going down. You're going down. Please go down. You're not going down. So that could end very... Oh, they're all coming out. Okay, so I've got a lot of mobs, including a baby zombie villager. The odds of that are insane, by the way. I think that's like a 0.25% spawn chance. Like, it's a 5% chance of being a baby zombie, 5% chance of being a villager. And it just happens to be both. Love my odds. But yeah, let's try and make a skeleton pit, maybe. And that might be a clever way to get more bones. But yeah, if right now... Oh, is that it? That's a new Wandering Trader, right? That has to be. Chat! It's happening. Exciting times. Exciting times. I need to get my bed, and then I'll pick up this wooden hoe later, I guess. Or I'll pick up these 4 leather later. So we're going to run in. We're going to pick up that bed. And I'm going to sleep just inside this hole. Just somewhere... Oh, actually, I'll die if I sleep and I do it wrong. And I very much am looking like I might. Okay, go. There's monsters nearby. Not going correctly. Oh, oh my god, that baby zombie has skills, chat. That baby zombie, like... I thought I'd gotten well away from him, but I was wrong. So I'm going to lose everything that just spawned in search of avoiding this baby zombie. But such is life. Such is life. I'm going to stack up a little bit higher over here. And then, as long as I don't get skeletoned off. Oh! Oh! Ah! Jesus! Chat! It was a creeper again! It was a creeper again! Okay. Good live stream. I tried to sleep so hard, chat. I tried to sleep so hard. I was gonna make a house. I was gonna make a beautiful house. I had such big plans. But, yeah. GG. Should we look at the world at least? So here's what we got up to. It went, you know, it's nice. It's very chill. This is my Wandering Trader. I never now, because Bedrock actually doesn't have, you know, cheating enabled, I'll never get to know what he would trade with me, chat. Yeah. GG. So you dig underground and make a bed. Yeah, what I should have done, I guess you're right. If I'd have just gone in here, my little hidey hole, placed the blocks behind me, and then dug some more. I think I need more absolute security measures in hardcore. Because all it takes is a few rough accidental hits. You stack up, you get a little bit too close to a creeper. I don't know how he exploded. I think I must have exposed a vulnerability, not realized it. Sad. Very sad. Yeah, I don't want to start again, chat. I don't think I want to start again. I think this is This is brutally painful. And I don't want to expose myself to that pain once more. Especially because I've had such good luck on these first 2 runs. I'm not getting that luck again, chat. We all know it's not happening again. I swear, creepers explode from further away now. Let's blame the Minecraft update. It's not my fault. It's Minecraft's. Okay, let's think about it this way. Okay, I'm going through all the stages of grief right now. If we think about it like this, I could build this again. I could start again, but this time I could make my daytime darkness with the walls facing the right way. So that would be nice, right? Yeah, I don't want to dig this hole again. It took so long to dig, chat. It took so long to dig. I don't want to deal with it again. Start a new normal survival world. Regular core. Everyone cheer him up. Creep was under the dirt platform you were building up next to. I should have stacked up higher, counterintuitively, higher or lower. I should have stacked up further away from other stuff. There's a lot of things I could have done and I should have done, but that I haven't done. I don't... Like, if I start again, the best case scenario is by the end of today, I've got myself 1 emerald and 1 bucket of milk. That's my mental block on this. You should build a 2 high block wall around your daytime dark and keep it roofless. Lead mods into the sun, but means they can't escape. Oh, I see what you're saying. Have a... Okay, there's something interesting in that. Start a new one, give it an hour and see how it goes. Okay, you know what? This is the end, but I'm gonna believe in myself. Reagan's Rally Girl, Jamie Claxton, Adam Sony. So you can pretend hardcore is impossible and flat and scrap this whole series. I could use this as my opportunity to say, you know what? Why don't we try this on the bottomless void world type? We would lose access to the Bedrock, which is powerful, but then we would gain access to cobblestone. So cobblestone tools, that's nice, right? Yeah, actually, that could be huge. That could be huge. So gaining access to cobblestone, losing access to Bedrock, because there would just be none. That could, you know, there'd be upsides and downsides. Yeah, I think it's... we could also try the water world, but maybe our dear Toy Cat isn't a hardcore YouTuber for a reason, says Fitted Man. My playstyle is perfect and has no flaws. I will not accept any variations of this fact. So this chunk here is definitely a slant chunk. 0 to 32, minus 16 to minus 32. I'm going to quickly confirm that on my grid. And then we're going to start again. Thank you so much, Pygo, for remembering to remember. So yeah, 0 to 16 positive, minus 16 to... No, 0 to 32 positive, minus 16 to minus 32 on this. Yeah, this is going to be my new home chunk next time. This right here, I'm just going to build a wall around this, chat. I'm going to build a wall, make it wonderful again. I'm going to build a wall around this chunk, build a wall around this chunk. That's my new solution. I'm going to build walls around things I don't like. It sounds insane, but I think it might look better. And, yeah, actually, you know what, chat? I'm restarting not because I died. I just didn't like my, my building decisions, and I'm getting an opportunity to restart them. Flat core, I'm fully willing to just rage quit the first time. Wait, flat core, and then it's free, but the free is an E, chat. Denial isn't just a river in Egypt. I vote for cobblestone flat. It'd be really cool. He's sounding a bit too much like a certain president right now. You know what? For far too long, that wandering trader has been ripping me off. Although, you know, interestingly, we've made negotiations and now he will give me emeralds in exchange for things he doesn't need. Make hardcore flat worlds great again. Okay. Should we do this, chat? Hardcore. Advanced. Flat World. I don't want it to... I don't want to be dead, chat. Can we go back in time to before I was dead? Can we do that? I want that, please. It's always the baby zombies, man. Yeah, it's always the baby zombies is a very valid and astute observation. Are you ready? I'm not ready. So I can't hire a dirt digger. You know what? I'm trying to think about the most non-offensive offensive joke I can make in this situation, and I'm not sure I can do it, so I'm not going to. Hello, everyone. I'm IBX Toy Cat, and we just started playing Flatland Hardcore. Woo, look. Okay, so thankfully we got a really good seed this time. Can we actually check what that seed is? Is it going to be anything? So yeah, if you want my seed, this is it right now. Otherwise, if you want my seed, there is a long application process. But the interesting thing is that we have to... Okay, so I see a slime there. I think it was -16 to +32, right? So we start breaking a block here. Maybe it was here. And I'm gonna destroy one chunk down a layer to get the dirt. But then the rest of it, I'm gonna move elsewhere. So 0, so 16, -16 to -32, x0 to -32. So 16 to -32, 0 to 32. So I think the first chunk starts at 0. And then the first negative chunk starts at -16. So we're going to break some blocks, chat. Look, we did it. We broke 5 blocks. No, I'm over. I can't do it, chat. I think this is ludicrous. You expect me to start a brand new world? I'm not going to. But yeah, I've heard you can finally pause the game, the main version of Bedrock. Is that true? Yeah, get this, Meta Noir. Get this. So there's a slime about to attack me, as well as a chicken. Oh no, what do? I pause, and then I stop playing Minecraft. Yeah, after this one, chat, literally no matter what, I'm giving up and I'm becoming a beetroot farmer. My next challenge will be, can I farm 50 beetroot within 6 hours? On a regular world, if I start with 48 beetroot. That's going to be my next challenge if this one doesn't work. So yeah, let's start by killing some chickens. We usually don't need to kill chickens, but I like eating raw chicken. It's going to give me a sign of my luck for the game, right, chat? You get it's a 30% chance of food poisoning with raw chicken. So if we can eat 3 raw chickens in a row, then the RNG gods are on my side. If I get food poisoned on my first chicken, we know how it's going to go. It's how it has to be. Stop making it hardcore and just count the deaths instead, says Giovanni Cadasso. Yeah, maybe this is my sign. Maybe this is my sign. From Bug Rock to Peak Rock in just one update. I like your description of it. So why do you make yourself suffer? Do Tunneler's Dream Superflat. Oh, Tunneler's Dream makes me uncomfortable. What are you going to do in all those caves down there? So, it's like Aztecs eating hearts. The stream volume is still louder on the left. Yep, the truth is, the real truth is there is no explanation for why that is happening. It just is. It's not happening on videos, it's just happening on streams. Actually, it might be happening on videos. No one mentions it on videos, and there's a lot more people who watch those. So something about streaming software is just all in one ear right now. I use slobs if you're curious. I think it's the controversial one to use. I use it because they were very nice to me once, and not because of the controversial things. You know, chat, there's an interesting question, right? I think it's like a philosophical wrong, but a social right. Is like, if someone is like, you know, mean to the world but nice to you, how should you respond to that? You know, if there's a company that's like, oh yeah, we use only puppy labor in our products, or I mean, I guess actually with businesses it's a much more interesting one, because like, it's widely known about that there are just some industries where it's like, oh, there's no ethical version of that product. There is unethical, and then there is deeply unethical. That's your sliding spectrum. So over at 4, we'll start our next little diggy dig, and we'll do it. So it's specifically in the streams. In a recent video, Harrison used a stream clip, and the audio was vastly different. Ah, that tells us something. I have no idea what it tells us, but it tells us something. Damn it! Please listen to my idea. You gotta give me your idea if you want me to listen to it. You can't just say my idea. My least favorite question. I think if you've ever been on the internet and someone asks you, "Can I ask you a question?" It's like, yeah, and you did it. You ruined it. You missed your shot. Let's just do a beetroot speedrun, says Homeless Gummy. Yeah, you know, a nice beetroot speedrun would be good. That's what we'll do. If I can't beat Superflat, I'll beat Root. That's my plan. That's my plan. What does the X stand for? An IBX Toy Cat? It means I used to be Toy Cat, but I'm not anymore. You know, IB Toy Cat, except no, IBX Toy Cat. So I love that your dirt quarrying kind of has a branch mining pattern. I want to make sure I find these dirt diamonds, okay? That'd be a funny goof, right? Download a resource pack that just makes some dirt looks like diamonds. It should go, can I ask you 2 questions, lol, says Roy Browski. No, you can ask me 1 question. And you already did. I can still respond just as snarkily to that one, you know. Put up walls, make a mob dirt farm. Yeah, that is actually a good idea. That is what I'm going to do. So before tonight ends, okay, I'm just gonna dig a few more of these just to start the process. Oh, that's a pig. I do want to make my little hidey hole pre-dug right now. And we're going to do it at the closest point to 0, 0, which is all the way over there. Which means then we can start planning our daytime darkness. Because as soon as the Wandering Trader spawns, I'm going to need bones. I've learned that it's not just something we should leave till day. Bones should be my first priority, chat. Bed and safety platform. Oh yeah, I forgot. If we don't get a bucket on day 2 again, we're so boned. We are so boned. Make a stream where you punch mangrove roots if you die again. You know, that's we're gonna go. We're looking for beetroot if I die. That's the new stream if it happens. So I'm gonna go kill some sheep because I think some carpet would be nice. He's an ex-toy cat. Respect for the veteran toy cats. Okay, so now I'm gonna build a wall where the previous chunk that I dug out was. I'm gonna make a wall there instead. I'm gonna make my Minecraft world real great. Okay, so the wall starts at 0, minus 32, and extends to 0, no, minus 32, 0, out to minus 64, 0, and it goes up to minus 32. So minus 32, 0, and then, okay, this is not 0. This is 0. It's hard to, it's genuinely right. This sounds silly, but it's hard to know which direction is which, chat, because the world does not help you very easily. So I think this chunk here, this can't be right. I've made a mistake somewhere, because 32, 0 is the corner of this slime chunk, but that chunk doesn't match this one. So I think I've made a horrible mistake. I think I've made a very horrible mistake, chat. Wait, no, this is meant to be... Wait, minus 32x, z0. I've done something really, really wrong. I was meant to mine x0 minus 16. Oh, I did the wrong coordinates. I did x minus 16, z0. Well, you know, it's nice that I dug out all this dirt for nothing, chat. That bodes well for how this will go in the future. And now we want to go out towards this way. And we want to go out towards this way. So we're going to make the wall just on the other side of it. And that way we'll just keep the slimes contained, chat. I can even just make the walls like this. Like, literally, doesn't need to be anything complex. Just need to know that there's not going to be anywhere... This is my slime prison, chat. I'm going to keep the slimes contained within the prison, and then they can't bother me on the outside of it. If I did my working out correctly. Which it looks like there's a chance I didn't, because slime started spawning there. So minus 32, minus 16, minus 32, minus 32. Yeah, that is the coordinate. I'm doing this right, I'm pretty sure. Is this maths class? Yeah, I know. It is one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of coordinate work. But it's, you know, for slime chunks, there are coordinates they spawn in, there are coordinates they don't. You do need to know the ones they don't spawn in, so you can avoid them. Inevitable fact of life, sadly. So that should be good enough for now. Okay, one spawned there, kind of proving it is a slime chunk. And now I'm going to check they can't go through these little gaps by continuously making more of them. Okay, perfect. We've got slime prison. This is the cheapest slime prison I could make, but it's a great slime prison if you ask me. Now that big slime is not going to find an easy time getting around here. So now we're at minus 64. We place some more. And yeah, unless the slime goes all the way around, I've just worked out a way to contain them. I don't stop them from spawning, but I stop them from annoying me, which is basically the same thing. Do you have your Xbox 360? Says DC Verse Clips. I do, in fact, have my Xbox 360. Okay, so now we'll just make our area of underneathing over here. I need a hole to hide in to attack mobs from. This will be that hole now. Toy Cat, would you like a half-eaten Slim Jim sent via letter to make you feel better? Man, Slim Jims were one of my favorite things the first time I went to the US. I was like, wow, this is quality. And like, oh, okay, chat. Now it's the test. How good will my luck be today? 1 raw chicken, poisoned. It's not gonna be good luck. I'm gonna die. Let's accept that we're gonna die, and let's have a good time. I saw an interesting thing today that was like, you know what? I've stopped believing I will retire. I've stopped believing that I'll live to 80, and so I can if I just assume I won't live till 100, if I just assume I'll die at age 70 or even speed things up when I get there, I have to save way less for my pension. And I was like, you know, it's really smart and really dumb at the same time. And that's every one of my favorite things is exactly that. Is applying so much logic that you stop applying logic. Anyway, we're going to try and get some zombies and maybe an iron ingot or two. I don't have high hopes for it, but maybe we will. Watching you torture yourself makes me want to torture myself. Wait, what just happened to me there? Chat, what is happening to me? Can they attack? They can definitely attack me from too far away, right? That's a problem. Sleeping in a nice quiet hole is quite underrated. Will this be the run that does it? 1 E. coli chicken at a time. Oh, this will be. Yeah, how did that happen before? Do you think he does have fawns on his armor? It could be that it's fawns. It could just be that he's attacking me. I doubt it's fawns, but wouldn't it be amazing if the first zombie I start punching had fawns on? Again, the world would be sending me a signal that I should stop playing this, chat. And if I'm not heeding that signal... Okay, I'm gonna try and get the... Yeah, he has fawns on his armor, chat. Can you believe that? What are the odds of a zombie having fawns on his armor? I want him to drop it so bad now so I can have that power for myself. Just gonna keep punching. He's got so much armor. Okay. Was it fawns? No, it's just a helmet. There's nothing special about this helmet. So I'm gonna dig a little deeper. Gonna make the tunnel have a few windy turns, just to really throw off any mobs. And then once we've eaten one more time, we'll go back out and kill some more zombies. So all I got from that was some rotten flesh and the least used chain, or the least usable chain armor I've ever seen. The fawns makes a sound. Eat before killing fawns. Zombies trying to put you to internal sleep. Yeah, they certainly are. Okay, so that's a skeleton with gold armor. I would like that gold armor, but I also want a skeleton. Let's get the skeleton to attack. Oh god, that did not work correctly. Also, we need to destroy a chunk, but I don't even know what chunk anymore. So I have to get that creeper to just, like, explode somewhere. Chat, okay, you know, I can pause, actually. Look at this, chat. I'm paused at night. This is game-changing behavior. If we go to 0... and then minus... Positive Z, negative X. Positive Z, wait. Yeah, positive Z, negative X. That's where we want to go. So that would be positive Z is over here. Negative X would be over here. So this chunk right here, next to the one that we've, just started on. Let's get the creeper to blow up some of those blocks for us. I could do with some extra dirt. I'm sure he could do with some extra something. And also, we've got tons of zombies, so we can punch them. It'll be great. It'll all be great. And, yeah, then we'll make a daytime darkness as soon as we need one. So I'll actually let the creeper blow up as many zombies as he can. And that should make you weaker. Which means I won't have to take you to the hidey hole just to kill you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I killed a zombie, chat. I killed a zombie. Now, I still do want that skeleton with the gold armor. And so I just have to get him on the other side of this guy. Oh, that did not work according to plan. Oh. If I keep punching these guys in the sky. Nope, that's not working. Yeah, we can just accept that killing skeletons is a nice dream. But that is all it is. Oh, okay, there we go. That's perfect. That's perfect, chat. I'm dying already. But in the good way, Oh, I'm dying in the bad way now. Dying in the bad way. Dying in the very, very bad way, in fact. So I'm going to get the creeper to explode still. Despite my low health. Because I'm feeling good about this run, chat. Feeling good about it. Okay, do you want to go explode over here? Yes, you do. Thank you very much. Some dirt blocks for me. And a little bit of excavation too. Now I'll bring another creeper over here. Please continue exploding my hole. Explode it as large as you possibly can. Oh, the craft mine snapshot is very fun. Oh, I totally agree. I have a video all about it, actually. Or a video about things about it that I think should be in the vanilla game. Oh, okay. Nice and exploded. This is going well, chat. I don't have to do anything significant until a wandering trader spawns. Besides, make sure there are skeletons when daytime comes around. And so I'm enjoying myself and doing it great, I think. Now I know that bone meal is so much more important than iron. I can focus on bone meal instead of iron. So you can just explode there. It works fine. Get me some extra food. Don't mind me. And yeah, there's another creeper over there. This is great. It is non-stop explosions on this world, chat. Non-stop explosions. And is nighttime about to end? I don't see the sun. No, it's over there. So we've still got plenty of time for plenty of explosions. That's one explosive hole. I know, right? Okay, creeper, do your thing there, please. Don't get me knocked into this. Perfectly fine. And then the other creeper nicely decided to stay back there, which means he'll do some explodey for me if I want him to. So negative Z, positive X is this way, I think. Yeah, this side of the hole would still be good. So if you could, do your thing right there. Oh yeah, that was perfect. Look at that, chat. This is so much faster than excavating by hand. Nighttime is truly the time to be doing mining in Superflat. Gotta say. Okay, so nighttime still has enough time for me to probably go and get another couple creepers in. But then I'm going to start just getting a whole gaggle of skeletons and trying to get them desperately to die. So this is still a good place, I would say, this side of things. If you could explode right there, that'd be fine. Yep, just do it. Thank you. And then another, sure, if you want to. If you're feeling it, Mr. Creeper. And then there's another one over there. Except, do we have time for it, chat? We have time for this guy, for sure. Please follow me. Maybe with a zombie. I think this is the fastest mining we've ever done. The RNG on creepers has been perfect tonight, chat. Let's hope the RNG for other things follows suit. Oh, that broke my helmet. But it didn't break me, which is nice. I'm going to be building more walls today around other chunks. But first of all, skeletons. Chat, we have very little time left where skeletons can spawn. So I want the skeletons to follow me and ideally not have armor on so they die when daytime comes. I don't care where the skeletons are otherwise. I have no real preference. I just care that there are skeletons when daytime comes. Because I need skeletons when they are exposed to light, they burn. So follow me. You over here. Follow me this way towards this guy. And hopefully we can get another guy in between. Okay, you, do you see me? Do you see me? Yeah, you do, don't you? You see me real good. So that's 2 skeletons at least. We probably could have done some, like, rounding up to get more skeletons, I'm sure. But this also works, I guess. I don't want either skeleton to despawn, so I'm going to run in a nice way where they both get hit. And also where the creepers get to stay alive too, because then I can use them in the morning for more excavation. Okay, 2 skeletons and a sheep and a zombie, whatever. It works. It works, chat. I'm out of food entirely, so I should have killed more animals last night. But otherwise we're doing great. Otherwise we're doing really good, I would say. I'm just waiting for these skeletons to despawn. There we go, perfect. This guy has a helmet, so I've got some concerns, actually. But I am otherwise doing well. Also, I just got hunger from that raw chicken. Not a good time. So, oh, no, the other one despawned! All that work, chat. And he just despawned anyway. But he had a helmet, so whatever. So I've got myself 1 arrow. And 3 creepers. A little bit concerned, actually, about this one. So I guess I'll just leave them in the hole. Let them do what they do. Actually, I could try and get one of them away from the other 2. So, yeah, there we go. I can. So please follow me over here. You see this chunk right here? Just explode right there. Oh, ouch. Okay, you do your thing. Oh, I should not have done that last one. But here we go. Plenty of dirt, and now it's time to get some food in for the day. So chat, I have 1 arrow to show for my first night, and I desperately need to get some bones if I'm going to stand a chance of being able to get moss from a wandering trader. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll take it. Okay, let's go on a cow and sheep killing spree. Sheep for the wool, cow for the food. I'll eat all the food as it comes in, ideally. Hopefully staying above the death line. Also, Harrison is going to explode worse than the creeper for ignoring you. Oh, no! Hello, Harrison. How's it going? Do you have a thumbnail for the video? It's fun because read Harrison's message. Harrison, what's going on? Just tell me what's up. I'm ready to receive your message. Anyway, you know what, chat? If you ever feel like, oh, Toycat's probably ignoring me because he hates me, I specifically really want to read Harrison's messages, but sometimes don't see them. Also, I love cow. I love cow. Pawns are pieces too. I love your username, by the way. I love your username. So yeah, let's just get as much leather ready for when I get a crafting table. You need at least 24 of it. And then we'll start killing sheep after that. How are you going to get wood, says Sophia. I have no plans of using wood. I'm going to make a big, beautiful dirt house is what I'm going to do. And then I won't need anything else. That's my plan. Hey Toycat, video is done, but where is the bit you talk about? The soul lighting for that 3-second clip. Oh, it's at the very start of the... Did I send the right video? Dimension free end. And so that leaves us some point. We know that... Yeah, it's 12 seconds into the clip that I sent you. It's like the soul lighting's very blue. It's not colored lighting, I guess. But it's soul lighting, right? You know, that's specifically what I mentioned. I mentioned that it was soul lighting. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this run. Wandering traders can get wood, though, if he needs it for anything. Exactly, Drucasado. I'll send the wandering traders to get wood, and I'll hope that they oblige for me. So yeah, this slime area has actually been really successful so far. The only thing that's gone through is this one baby slime, which is great. Exactly what you want to be seeing, right? And, okay, I'm going to have to eat one of these real quick. And then we'll switch out to eating pork chops. Just for a little bit. Okay, eat one now. And then get back to this. So, yeah, we're going on a mass killing spree because I ran out of food last night and it could have killed me. It didn't kill me, but it probably limited my ambitions. So we're going to solve this right now. Wandering traders give water buckets. Yes, exactly. We can use those water buckets to skip the idea of needing a cauldron. Which is great. Which means the only reason we would make a mob farm is because we want bones faster. Oh, Wandering Trader, what do you happen to have for me today? Okay. It's fine. The first one, he doesn't need to offer me anything good. He just needs to be deaf. In theory, I can get 4 cooked potatoes by killing zombies while they're on fire. They have a 1 in 120 chance. In reality, that's so unlikely, I'm not even going to consider it as a possibility. And so, tonight, chat, he dies. In a very freak accident. He dies. Oh, God, where did you come from? Okay, so this is why the walls are great, chat. This is why we need more walls more of the time. So we're going to put this over here. And then, come on, get out of my way. Oh. Okay, so it's going to be a whole nightmare to fix this up. Okay, let's just make a 2-hole in the ground. And then let's just get him in that hole. Let's just make the hole and then put him in it, right? That should be really easy. No, he's so close. There we go. Now we just have to kill both his wandering traders because they'll... Okay, I'm going to punch the slime. Perfect. Now we just get rid of the wandering trader. Get rid of the llamas. I think we could even just move them away. Like, make them delinked from him. I think so. How did he end up in... How does that happen, chat? They are not... It's fine. It's fine. So I have to punch them, but not him now. I have to be so careful not to punch the villager. They've got so much health, chat. How do they have so much health? Do they ever die? They have that. That was so much health. That was an inordinate amount of health. So now this guy. 40 times, apparently. The non-wiltering bucket giver. Okay, so how long we got? We've got time to deal with this, but... Have I punched the wandering trader once, chat? That's my question. I feel like he made a noise earlier, but it might have been unrelated. Okay, so there we go. Now I have to get those leads, but I can get them by doing this. I assume. Yes, I have. And then I'm going to keep him safely in here. And then I'm going to make myself a little hidey hole to get to him. So from here, I should be able to punch the floor underneath him. Okay, this is a very silly amount of effort to go through. But now if I just surround myself with blocks, I can punch the... Oh, I'll go down even. Now I can punch him as soon as I see he has a bucket, which is good. Might have been hit by spit. Okay, so he probably didn't get hit by spit, because I didn't see any spit. But yeah, there is a chance he dies early. He'd hide if you hit him. Oh, that's mean. The Wandering Trader ends tonight. Actually, wait. Can I end him before tonight? No, there's not. I would also make some upset noise if some humanoid cat came along and started attacking my precious llamas. You know, no, it's very rude of him.
The Wandering Trader ends tonight.
Yeah, you better believe he does, Sparrow Song. Thank you very much for the tip. Hope you are doing wonderful on this fine Tuesday evening we find ourselves on. Honestly, I'm still feeling dejected, chat. Usually by this point, I'm fully committed to the new world. I've forgotten what the old one was about. You know, it's irrelevant. I'm still carrying that feeling with me. I'm still like, you know, why am I doing this right now? I could be be laying on the sofa. I could be having grapes fed to me by a machine. But instead, I am out here suffering terribly. He might be despawned, be careful. That is a risk, I guess. So yeah, the zombie should get close to him here, then he should drink an invisibility potion, then he should run over there. I'm going to remove these blocks just in case they cause some issue. I can't imagine what that would be right now, but I'm going to be cautious of it anyway. And then I'm going to start fencing off where the slime spawn in case that becomes an issue. So where did the slime spawn? So I've already got that chunk destroyed there. And then I've got the triple chunks locked down. So next we need to do x0, z minus 16. So x0, z minus 16. So that's over here and over here. So that means the chunk actually starts at 0 minus, yeah, it is 16, like here. Which means our thing should be at minus 15 and at minus 1. Okay, so now we build some walls around this. Just, again, in general, doing a great job keeping slimes away from me. I don't know where that slime spawned, chat, but I'm very concerned that it means I've got some numbers wrong somewhere. And yeah, actually, if I can align this with the grid that I'm actually existing on, it might make some more sense. Maybe he's just on the slime spawning chunk, but on the bit that hasn't been destroyed by creepers. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, okay. That's bad. That guy definitely spawned on the chunk, because it goes from x0 to x32, and minus 16 to... Oh, minus 32. I'm almost there, chat. Oh, what the... Yep, see? Spend 4 seconds looking at the... Do you see my point? Do you see why I was scared of slimes the whole time? That's a shame. I wasn't attached to that world, though. Chat, I'm not cut out for this. I can't play hardcore. I can't do it. I'm not able. I am just not fit for this. I want to be, but I cannot be. That's why you pause the game. I was checking one coordinate. I was checking for a split second. I figured, you know, I don't need to pause. I don't need to, but just over. This was a bad world anyway. Chat. I think it's fun. I really enjoyed this. I'm still heartbroken about Flatcore 2, chat. That's the one that's gonna keep me up tonight. That's the one I'm gonna be thinking about. And yeah, bad seed, better luck next time. Yeah, just pro tip, don't use this seed if you play Superflat. This seed is a bad one. You want to be playing this seed instead. Are they actually different seeds? They are. Oh, copy seed. Oh, that's a cool new button. Has that button always existed, chat? That's a game changer. That's so cool. That's so awesome. I also noticed earlier they changed the way, I think it's the cheat for daylight cycle works. It's much easier. A lot of nice benefits. Go replant your whole sugarcane farm. That would be soothing. Let's go see if I'm near my sugarcane farm right now. So yeah, we had a bad seed, chat. Sometimes you get one of those. Honestly, this is the beauty of hardcore, though. I'll continue to say it. The fact that you can lose everything, the fact that you can be this brokenhearted, is why you can feel so good when it goes well. It's Minecraft's fault for not having a working pause for so long you thought the pause wouldn't work. I just didn't think I needed to pause. I just felt, why would I pause for... what does that seed actually look like? Oh, that is a fun idea, actually. Should we see what the seed... If I can copy the seed so easily. Should we see what the seed from our Superflat world actually looks like? Find a way to edit Flatcore 2 to turn off hardcore. Yeah, I mean, it is doable, right? Also, what am I doing over here? I think... Oh, I just put my compasses away. That's when I made my compass leggings. And I'm nowhere near the sugarcane. So we're in here. But instead I'll say... By the way, I hit 6,900 days this weekend. But I haven't been, like... I think it was on Saturday. But I haven't been able to play much Minecraft. I've been busy playing Minecraft. It's terrible. Anyway, speaking of terrible, thank you!
You just need a nice lobster roll to help you feel better, so here you go.
I do need a lobster roll, and it will make me feel better. Thank you very much, Polly E. It's very kind. I am... The lobster roll will take my mind off all bad things. Okay, you know what? We need to know, though. Flat core, but not flat? I just want to know, how good is the seed? It could be it's the world's best seed, right? It could be it's the best seed you've ever seen. Let's find out, just for fun. What is our super flat seed like if we were not playing on a flat world? Because imagine if this is a bad seed. That would have been a good sign that bad luck was coming my way. It's actually a pretty cool one, right? I don't love jungle spawns, but like jungle spawn with some of this in front of you, that gets me going. That gets, you know, That gets me excited. So a fun fact, on all seeds, these same slime chunks apply. So if you ever come to the coordinates that I've been mining in these videos, if you found them to be useful, and you memorize them, you can do something with that information. Speaking of something terrible. Sorry, Polly E. You know, it was my deep-seated beliefs about, you know, parrots coming out right there. Okay, so I actually quite like this seed. I think it's pretty decent. I like that it's got one of these jungles. Oh, it's like a savanna mixed with a jungle. There's like for some reason a piece of terrain that's just dirt and vines. Like what a goofy little thing to spawn. I don't think I'd want this as a long term. Actually, I think having the
Get a drink to go with that lobster roll.
You know, I'll get the silliest drink that is available to me. Thank you, Riggins Rally Girl. That gets me going. Why you send these lines after I made the video? Oh, I'm excited. I hope people see the video soon, Sony. Ruined Portal. Savungal. Yeah, the Savungal is really nice. The Savungal is really nice. So this was nice. Or, you know, what if it wasn't just was nice, chat? What if it can continue to be nice? What if it can be? I mean, maybe it can. I mean, if you think about it, I made a mistake last time, so maybe the slime was doing me a real favor. Okay, we're gonna delete this because we don't need the seed because we already had it. What if, chat? What if? Hear me out here, right? Flat core. Is this how it will be for 4? What if, right? Imagine, just imagine, for a brief second, how fun that would be. A Jungana. Do the next Superflat in creative mode instead. It's annoying you can't do hardcore and creative. What if I don't wanna? What if I wanna make it so I have high consequences for dying, but then don't wanna die? I mean, outside of using the /kill command on Java. He's like an addict. He knows he needs to stop, but he can't. I mean, like, you know, hear me out here, right? Hear me out. What if we did it again, but like better, stronger, harder, faster, etc. No, I think we will be back, chat. But I need to learn to love the process and not the idea, Toy Cat. I think that is what we need to do. This has been a great deal of fun today. Oh, actually, is there anything else that... Yeah, this has been a great deal of fun, but I don't think I can do this one. I think we come back fully refreshed, we come back fully ready, and we come back ready. We come back in a mode where flat core with a 4 is the series. You're onto something. Exactly what an addict would say. Like all good addicts, I need to break the cycle. Yeah, I need to break the cycle, and so that's what we're gonna do. It's the journey, not the end game. Don't die, says D-Steron. Cobblestone flat, it sounds like a different rough experience. Yeah, having holes in the void sounds scary, but also kind of cool, right? Playing your Let's Play for a while, don't go. Yeah, if I, you know what? I'm gonna do it for. Let's just so we don't have the shortest stream in a while. We'll jump on the Let's Play for a few minutes. Creative hardcore would require some sort of consequences for something. The consequence is that your health bar would have hardcore hearts. You'd look at it and go, "Oh no! Imagine if I lose my whole creative world." You'd be freaked out the whole time. It'd be great. Boss rush. Oh yeah, I figured I was doing that. Oh wait, no, chat. I've got. It takes so long to load around that I often midway through I'm like, oh, I should be doing something else. But let's jump on it. Let's jump on it. We hit 6,900 days. Start the bottomless void flat world. Chat. Something exciting started today. I think. I don't know if I'm allowed to say before it goes public. But it was meant to go public today. I legitimately asked chat. I know this seems silly, but I asked Minecraft to you know, I'll show you first to make sure I can say it. So something brand new started today. Oh no, it hasn't yet. Something was meant to start today that has not started yet. So I'll let you know when the sale is officially announced. But yeah, let's hang out for a bit. Let's chill. And thank you, Mohamed Hagu, for becoming the 391st channel member. You have to visit your terrifying hole on day 6900. Okay, so let's go in. I don't really want to deal with thunder. I like even skeleton traps. I've done enough times on this world that if I get one, I'm like, oh, I have to deal with that now. Thunder is spooky. I love making use of the void for metro systems and stuff in my long-term pre-1.18 flat created world. How can you use the void for a metro system? You definitely can't be building trains on the void. You're doing it wrong if you are. I'm fairly sure. Okay, you know, speaking of metro system though, it's the project that the last time I looked at it, I was most like, I need to deal with this the next time I have time. Let's make a bit of time, shall we? Let's make it just a little bit of time. Yeah, look what a nice little spot this is. It's even got some stone ready for me. So yeah, I do need to get some more red wool for this. But otherwise, there's a lot of just destruction this place needs. Let's do a little bit of destruction, a little bit of replacement. Let's make something nice today, chat. That's what I want to do. Play of the McDonald's add-on. He says, adorable ho. So do you want to know something weird? It started for me. Your Minecraft's just wrong. Your add-on is 33% off. Oh, I can announce it. So, pow. I asked Minecraft or Mojang or Microsoft or whoever. I don't know who it is that I officially actually deal with. I know my money comes from Microsoft. I spoke with someone who is in the know, and they're like, "Isn't it weird that you know, like Microsoft pays you when it's Mojang that?" There's some interesting like cross-company payment rules there. I'm sure that I'm not privy to understanding, but so yeah, I asked you know, the Minecraft partner. I was like, you please discount my map as much as possible. I know it means I'm gonna, but like let's like do like a crazy sale. And they apparently I fell afoul of a rule that meant they couldn't discount it any more than 33% because it's so new. But it's discounted the maximum they would let me discount it, chat. I wanted to have a sale for people who are like on the fence or you know, people who like were worried about it. I just wanted to be like, let's try and make this happen. And so if you haven't picked up the Boss Blitz add-on, you know, let's see if it shows if I go to like the actual page itself. Oh, I see the 75% off here. There we go. There's the sale. Maybe. But yeah, Boss Blitz is officially 33% off. It won't show me because I already own it. For 13 days and 21 more hours, you can get the add-on for 33% less than usual. It's a great sale. It's so new that like you know, they were hesitant to even do 33% chat. Because you know, like a lot of, I think most people are like, no, you shouldn't run a sale. It devalues it. But I feel like it's like, no, let's do something special. Let's do a fun little promotion. But yeah, I hope that if you wanted to pick up Boss Blitz, that now is the time. I don't know what percent of stream viewers would have done it. Maybe it's high, maybe it's low. Maybe anyone who hasn't has no intention of doing it. But in any case, just wanted to let you know that it's a thing that you can do. So yeah, and also we're still working on the update. If you get it now, you'll get all of the updates for free, including that. Very exciting. If they let you do 99% off, would you have? So I think I would have made less than a cent if they made it 99% off. You know, after. But the answer is still, yeah, just for the curiosity, right? I know this is it's something I state a lot, but I'm way too curious and like, I guess, I don't know, the word you might use is like open to experiences. That I just can't help but wonder, like, you know, what does happen if you discount a product 99%? Because I'm sure there's actually a level of discount where fewer people buy. I bet 50% off, you're like, wow, that's a, you know, like, because when you hit, have you ever seen a 5% discount code, chat, and gone, just don't even bother doing this to me. If I don't know what your product costs normally, giving me 5% off is a tantamount to saying, I don't respect your intelligence. It's not a promotion. It's like, it's presumably is like a way to track who is sending you the sale. Like, it's a 5% sale means nothing. 10%, you're like, okay, it's something. It doesn't really change my purchase decision, but it's nice to have. 25% is where you start going, oh, wow, a whole quarter off. I should maybe start buying more of this. 30% off, you're like, oh wow, that's a whole chunk. I bet you're not making money on that at all. Then you hit 50%, you're like, wowzers, buy one, get one free, but you don't even have to buy two. You hear 75%, you're like, this is a fire sale. And you get to 90%, you're like, yeah, it's a fake sale, it's all fake anyway. You know, like, there's a level of sale where it's not believable anymore. And even if you can factually know that this add-on was selling for 660 yesterday, if it's selling for 66 today, like, you know, what does 66 even mean, you know? Like, so if something is 75% off, I assume the item is really bad. Yeah, exactly, Ivy. I think a lot of people do, because there are so many products in the world that it becomes inevitable at some point that that is a true thing. Anyway, how much to buy, Toy Cat? You know, good question. You should buy 8 copies. That's how much you should buy. So, usually, Mojang, when they're $1 billion company, refuses to discount more than 25% because, 75 even feels like a scam. Yeah, 75 doesn't feel like a scam. It feels like they're actively trying to get rid of this real bad, but they've still probably used a fake number to start with. Like, you know, like, this furniture isn't 75% off. You raised the prices 20%. Or you used your most expensive price. I think the most important thing we can all do is to look at sales numbers, and rather than, you know, like, or rather I should say, you know, judge a sofa by its number. The sale number should just be irrelevant to you. Unless you know a product very well. I think, like, an example of that is a Nintendo Switch. If you saw a Nintendo Switch for $100, as long as you knew it was a real Switch, and you could trust the seller, you would buy probably as many of those as you could get your hands on, right? Because a Nintendo Switch has a fixed value. So something fun actually about that is I bought a new, I got a Samsung S25 Ultra Chat. It's my new phone. It's very exciting. It has lots of fun AI features that they had to remove for ethical reasons. Side note, I want to have that discussion at some point about, like, you know, AI is like the saddest, most corporatized invention we've ever had as a civilization. And I wonder if it actually is, or if this is just the first time seeing it. But point for a different time. Yeah, I want to... I bought this phone, right? And so a lot of people now, more and more, are increasingly saying, I'll just buy last year's phone. Because why do you really need this year's phone, right? The answer is probably that you don't need this year's phone. Because what it has is like a 5% faster processor, one dumb new software feature that they're officially meant to add to the old phones anyway, and, like, you know, not a lot is my point here. So I'm going to go take all this stone back, by the way. I've got to find a use for this stone. I'm thinking lodestones, but even then I don't have the iron to, like, max it out. So, 99% is a scam. I've seen video games on Steam be 99% off, and it's a match-free game that had a $1,000 price tag for some reason. Yeah, I don't even know what they're thinking they're going to pull off with that, to be honest with you. Oh, you know what's interesting? Is I actually am in charge of what price I set. I don't know if they would let me, or if they would... I bet they would privately send me a mean email. I bet I could raise the price of my add-on right now, and then the 33% would bring it back down to normal. I haven't done that. You can check. I hope you would trust me not to do it in either case. Yeah, that's why absolute numbers matter more, right? That's why, sale or not, my aim is always to be on the lower end of the add-on market. Although, again, something I've been coming to realize recently is a lot of people see price as a stand-in indicator for value. Because the PlayStation 5 costs more than the Switch, the PlayStation 5 must be better than the Switch, is a logical thing you could assume if you didn't know anything about either console. So I'm going to go grab some tough bricks now. We're going to need a lot of these tough bricks. Do I have any tough bricks? I have no tough bricks. I'm going to go get them from where I keep the tough bricks and bring them back. Amazon's a crappy company. Delivery drivers are paid less than half of any other delivery driver company, and Amazon is just a list of pre-existing storefronts. Oh no, I'm a big Amazon shill. The amount of convenience Amazon has added to my life. This is the genius of Amazon, right? I think it's also the genius of delivery apps to a lesser extent. Any product where you can say, there are so many reasons to hate it, there is a long list of people who have been harmed by this company, but it's such a good service, and so I will continue to use it anyway. You know, like I used to feel uncomfortable saying that out loud, like, no, yeah, I agree with you guys. But actually, yeah, I did hear an interesting point, though. So again, I think it kind of proves the weird point that, like, we find it easy to be vocal about our opinions, but hard to make, like, lasting changes based on them. My instinct, by the way, is to say, like, people who boycott companies during weird times are like, ugh, you know, like, my only least favorite thing is, like, right now, for example, people are actively getting on you if you're like, oh, you're going to America and you haven't cancelled your trip. Oh, you want to support the, you know, and then insert list of bad words they feel here. And it's like, you know, roll my eyes a little bit, like, oh yeah, your £400 package holiday that you probably won't get a refund on, that'll definitely hurt them more than you, right? Like, oh yeah, that's how you show them. A part of me, like, wants to roll my eyes and say that stuff. But another part of me says, actually, no. The way that you should, that is the way that we should be about this stuff, in my opinion. Like, I think it's actually the right way to respond to anything you don't like, is rather than, like, trying to make some feelings-based point. Sharing feelings is something we love to do. That's why we pay therapists, right? But you know, like, as a society, you know, the number of people who say seek therapy on the internet makes me believe that everyone has a therapist at least. But you know, like, people love to share their opinions on things. And I think that this idea that you can, like, massively hurt you can massively hurt someone else, and it's your, like, duty to do so. It's like, no, you know, I think it's great when people pick up their own decision to, you know, boycott something. I think using your, what's the word, vote with your feet is the smartest thing, because, you know, voting with your words is, you know, like, a self-indulgent act. Voting with your feet is actually a way to hurt people and companies you don't like. You know, when your friend keeps borrowing money from you and then says, I swear I'll pay you back, bro, but then asks for more money, vote with your wallet and say no. You know, you give that back, huh? Or realistically concede you're not getting it back, but then never give them money again. When, you know, like, when a company makes a change you don't like, you know, stop giving the company your money, right? These are very, very valid decisions. Amazon's too valuable for disabled people and those in poverty, so when people shame others for using it, it makes me mad. Yeah, it's like, my favorite one of these that I've never interacted with, because we never really had a Walmart equivalent in the UK. So it's like one of those pieces of culture I just get secondhand from American media. But a lot of people don't like when a Walmart moves into their neighborhood, right? They're like, oh, Walmart is so bad for local businesses. And it's like, do you know why it's so bad for local businesses, though? It's not that they come around going, I'm destroy you systemically, and then whack up the prices afterwards. It's like, no, the prices stay the same the whole way. That's the problem. They are just so good. It's like, you know, like, it's like when people try to convince you, like, oh, McDonald's is so bad. I don't even know why people go there. It tastes awful. And it's like, well, I mean, it doesn't taste awful, right? It tastes fundamentally, the worst critique you could give McDonald's is, it tastes all right all the time. And all right all the time at a fixed price and a low time consumption point for people who are time constrained, actually very good. The same is true for Walmart. You get such a large variety. I've been in Walmart. It's not my favorite store. It's not one, you know, I could say I'm boycotting Walmart for great reasons. I just honestly, I only go in there for a taste of America. Every 2 to 3 years, I'll go into a Walmart and I'll be like, man, there are too many products here. Why am I buying guns at the same place that I can buy, you know, like protein gummies? Why is that a reasonable? I bought a TV from there when I was living in Vegas, and at the same time I bought some milkshakes and you know, I could have bought some hunting equipment if I wanted to. It's weird. I don't like Walmart. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm boycotting them because of something bad they did. I'm just like, it's not the store for me. But they provide a lot of convenience for most people. The thing is, targeted boycotts only work when it's well organized. Yeah, but also, okay, you know what? My hot take, cyanide poisoned, is that nowadays even that is subject to the same bias I just mentioned. Okay, this might get me into some trouble because I feel like it might be that it's related to that one particularly hot button issue that comes up every 3 to 5 years throughout my adult life. But the Starbucks boycott is officially because someone in Starbucks is a believer in something questionable. But like that, if you actually try to look into it, if you try to find what it actually is, you won't find any backed up sources. It's just people saying, "Oh yeah, they are. Trust us." And so one of the most successful boycotts, one of the ones where people like genuinely like, I had people be worried like, "Toycat, are you allowed to say that you were drinking at Starbucks?" Like, oh, I don't know about that. It's like people boycott businesses when they're easy, and it's the same thing I was talking about with, like, when your friend, if someone you don't like, let's say someone from your school or your, you know, like, or a family member does something you really don't like, if you don't like them already, you're like, yep, I knew it, bad person, you know, the worst. This is why this is how I always talk about like internet cancellations or whatever too. Like people who are excited to find out that someone did something wrong immediately jump aboard. They're like, oh yeah, this is my moment. Whereas if you actually liked someone, you might excuse some, like, you know, some actually not great things, because that is the complicated, you know, social creatures that we are as human beings. We respect people who respect us, and we disrespect people who disrespect us, even when the people who disrespect us are in the right, and people that, you know, respect us are in the wrong. My take, cyanide poisoned, is such a quote, along with explode my hole. Wait, I'm boycotting Starbucks because they stand with Israel. Arabic Minecrafter, though. This is the thing. I have looked into it. I've spent such a long time. Like, there is an argument with McDonald's, right? I don't agree with the argument, but if the number one purchasing decision you make is based on, is this company supporting Israel or not, which is a interesting one, but I also think, like, you know, if you are, you know, like, I see why people are on that train, then it's like, oh yeah, like, there is a McDonald's franchise in Israel, and that McDonald's franchise in Israel, weirdly enough, actively supports the army too. So it's not even that it's like, oh yeah, the money goes to the country. It's like, I get what you're saying, but it's a franchise, and so if you look into the McDonald's franchise in Jordan, the McDonald's franchise in Jordan sends a bunch of money to, like, you know, Palestinian relief. And so even that, it's like, you could just, you know, you can argue that any company that allows that one wing to exist, even if they allow all those other wings that do the exact opposite, McDonald's fights McDonald's if you want to really get geopolitical on it. But in the case of Starbucks, it's like, there's no such link. You can spend a long time looking, but it's because we all trust that when someone says something like, yeah, McDonald's is supporting insert country here, why would people make that up, right? What benefit would they have to do it? And the answer is, I do not know. So, what's your favorite color, chat? That's a good question, and one that we should be asking right now. I think we can be less about it. It was boycott. It was labor related. It just got associated Palestine in the media. Yeah. So that's a valid reason. KOI. Yeah, you've got it. That is a valid. They are very, very wildly anti-union. Which, to be fair, okay, you know, this is why I should have stopped. Chat, who said I should keep talking? I just wanted to do some chill mining in my world, and we're talking about, what are we talking about right now? Chat, what's your favorite Minecraft skin? Which, you know, how do we get into the labor related? I did this to myself. I said, I spoke about boycotting companies. I should have, when someone said they were, you know, when someone said they were boycotting Amazon, I should have said, that's cool. Power on. Go get them, girl. And so that is my new stance. If you are boycotting anything, including myself. I mean, honestly, pretty weak of me, you know, to not come out, you know, in support of all of those things, or to come out against all of those things. You know, that's pretty bad too. So yeah, Jack Black Steve is my favorite Minecraft skin. Yeah, I've got to admit, high quality skin. I think they should make this the new default skin, chat. What do you reckon? Also, what is this tunnel, says Holly Naraska. Also, IBX Toycat, how many colors are there? Look, I am IBX Toycat. By the way, yeah, I've got to say, has anyone watched the Minecraft movie? Thanks, Toycat, for reading my comment. You're welcome, Arabic Minecrafter. I think it is the issue I've done the best job at staying away from, and I messed up in bringing it up in a Minecraft stream. It's not a good day for me, chat. Any percent dying in Superflat and then bringing up a controversial one speedrun. So we've got a dirt little hidey hole. So we can put this down, and then we can drop my shears temporarily. Put this back up. I think I should make a bunch of minecarts and store them in these chests around the world. But first, let's go place some more tub bricks. I wanted the Hamburglar skin, but I got the soda one, says Pickled Witch. I am very sorry for your loss. Also, does this not work? It does work both ways, we're fine. Haven't watched it yet, but I want to watch it so much. I feel like after watching it, can we all have a moment and say, it's kind of weird, right? It's Adorable Ho's fault, he brought up Amazon. You know, I blame Adorable Ho. You know, you could do better, Adorable Ho. You should do better. I think there is a... No. Okay, Minecraft movie. So, yeah, what's interesting is after watching it, right? One thing that I haven't really said, but I think is like... You know, the cleverest thing that modern politicians did about 15 years ago is they switched from saying full-form policies to what's called, like, soundbite politics. So now when a politician speaks about their political beliefs, they have to make sure that any 10-second clip, or maybe even, like, with modern attention spans, maybe a 5-second clip, they have to make sure that that can't be taken out of context. So if I were to say, for example, not that I would say this on a live stream, if I were to say that being anti-Labour and being anti-union are not the same thing, even if they are in the case of that one particular coffee company, you could perhaps argue. But if I said that, followed by, and that's why we need, if I'm a pro-Labour and pro-union person, but at the same time, we need to make sure that blah, 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 blah. Like if I say a bunch of things that's pro-union off that, and that gets sound clipped, I get ruined. I've experienced this myself recently. I made a video, and loads of people who watched the full video are like, wow, Toycat, I learned so much about, blah, 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 blah. I think it was really cool that you mentioned, like, the history of this. As a trans person, I didn't know that there was actually a history that went further back than blah, 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 blah. But soundbite is, like one little thing that disagrees with a worldview of quite a lot of people. Because if people want to find reasons to hate you, they'll find reasons to get other people to hate you by using the little 10-second soundbites. It's hard to listen to anyone for an hour and come out thinking they're unreasonable. You might find that you disagree with them, but it's rare you'll find them unreasonable. But 10-second segments are really great for that. And so in politics, where your number one goal is, like a sharer of media, if you want to make the guy that you are, running against, or the guy that your news network does not like, if you want to make them look as bad and unreasonable as possible, take the clip of them saying, we need to raise taxes so that we can fix our industrial policy to deal with the current storms that are resulting from the tariff situation, and you change that and you say, we need to raise taxes, and we're like, oh, he's a pro-tax politician, I knew it all along. Yeah, it's a really, like, people out of context is a really easy way to, like, misrepresent their views. It's something I'm actually, like, really careful with when it comes to, like, the Minecraft news we do on this channel, which is silly that, like, when the stakes are so much lower, I still watch out. I try to make sure that if I'm using a 5-second clip of someone saying something, it has to match the context for what else they're saying, or I need to clarify if it looks like it doesn't match it. I know how's this going to tie into the Minecraft movie I'm watching. Well, I think that was the smartest thing that politicians worked out, and I think now that movies have worked out the same. You could argue it was already true when trailers became big. Movies had to work out. Do you know there was a phase where trailers used to actually like try and advertise a movie, and then there became a phase where trailers were just the movie condensed. There's science, it's actually quite hard science that's been done that proves that people actually enjoy watching things more if they know exactly how it's going to go. You know, spoilers we think are bad, and for psychological thrillers, I'm sure a spoiler is awful. But for lots of things, actually knowing how it's going to end really helps with the experience, because you can go into it with the right framework. So the thing that I think movies have done, and I think the Minecraft movie is the worst offender of this for a long time, is the movie was built so it could have lots of very silly short scenes. You know, I think in 7 years I'm gonna be getting Minecraft movie clips recommended to me, and I'm gonna be going, what the heck was that? You know how I talk about all the non sequiturs? It's because I think they genuinely looked at the movie and they're like, what sequence of silly scenes can we have? And then we'll work out connecting them later, and if they don't connect, that's fine. Like, my favorite... I've been thinking about this scene so much, chat. The scene of Jack Black and Jason Momoa inside the Woodland Mansion playing the saxophone. It's... While all the villagers just look at them confused. That is living rent-free in my head, right? I hate to concede it. You know, I hate to concede they did their job right on that one. But I really think they did. Chicken jockey! The fact that that's become a memeable, quotable line, it's like there's nothing actually meaningful about that. That will add no meaning to your life. It doesn't add to the story of the movie at all. They could have removed that scene, and the movie would be exactly the same quality, but it would probably have, like, you know, a few 100,000 people who wouldn't go and watch it. Because just one memeable, quotable line... and indeed, you know, even crazier, that memeable, quotable line became the one that everyone says in unison at the cinema, right? It's wild. It's bonkers. It's bananas. But it is what's going on. Also, rent-free, no... Okay, you know, you're right. I should start charging it rent. That's the only reasonable thing to do. The only person clapping in my our theater was my kid. That's good. I do think it is an overstated online trend. I genuinely thought, like, there was a little bit. I did the thing, chat. I did the thing you're not meant to do. I had a tweet go viral. Arguably, by the way, you know, if we're talking about boycotting, I think the one that, like, I think there's no rational argument for not boycotting besides I don't want to move social media platform. But that's exactly where I am. Is Twitter. So, or whatever it's called these days. And so I had a tweet go viral. I had a social media post go wild there. Got like 5 million views. And I expressed a hot take inside of it. I didn't know it was a hot take at the time, but I said, there's no way people actually enjoy going to the movies more when you can't hear the dialogue because every time there's a quotable line, everyone says it, cheers, and then claps for 20 seconds. Because the movie doesn't stop to clap. You know, if a comedian tells a joke and it gets a lot of laughter and clapping, the comedian waits to tell their next one, right? You know, there's that's the flow. That's meant to be how it works. But with a cinema, it does not work. Steve, you know, Jack Black doesn't stand there going while you're laughing at him. In his defense, he's autistic, has a mental age of a 5-year-old, so he'd be clapping anywhere. Oh yeah. I have no. I think clapping is no concern at all. I think laughing and clapping are both fine. I think even quoting it is fine too. I think it's like when it's in you. But my crazy opinion I express, chat. My hot take, my one that got me hundreds of people telling me that I am an old man that will die alone, and more or less, is I said there's no way people actually enjoy movies more this way. And so I've been exposed to hundreds of people being like, of course when I'm going to the movie I want to enjoy other people's enjoyment. You know, I've been exposed to so much of that that now I've just genuinely become convinced, like, this is how people watch movies now. It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I do not know the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've seen so many references to it in my lifetime. Hey, how can you take Flint and Steel seriously again? I can take Flint and Steel seriously just as easily as I could before. I'm very sorry. Autism Gang, I used to clap at everything. I still have to make an effort to not clap and random BS. Oh, that's fun. Can you clap for my stream, please? I think that made me feel a little bit better. I think I would say, you know what? Today went rough, but it could be worse. Today had its ups and its downs, but it could be much worse than it was. Also, it was all on YouTube, but at least H Music. I have no idea what to take from that skog, but thank you very much for sharing it anyway. Okay, so we're going to build a few more of these blocks. Just to make... I think we should pick like a defined endpoint for all of these. So we'll place that torch there. Because I like the idea that, like, yeah, the tough bricks just randomly run out at a certain point. Just because it makes it look like it's somewhat intentional. So break one more block there, and now let's fill it in. So tough bricks, tough bricks, tough bricks, and tough bricks. Yeah, very nice. I think this tunnel is going to take a ludicrously long time to actually fully do. But I think there are projects like this where, like, as long as you're making a little work here or there, you're doing something that's good. So now I'll put this in that. And wait, was this a shulker box? Did I bring that with me? Oh, it is the shulker box I brought with me. So I'll take that, put that home, and then I'll put some minecarts around. Because I think my world could benefit from that. So, stands up, carefully sets down my drink, slowly starts clapping for the stream. Chat, is anyone else clapping? There's one person clapping. You've boosted my internal ego one notch. Sorry, one degree. Gotta be careful with my wording. You might want to change your title and thumbnail. Might I? There's the question. Also, did we go up by a day at some point? I swear it was 69:02. Did I sleep and not realize it? I guess it was morning. I thought it was sunset, but it was maybe morning. So let's put my coal away. Let's grab some... You know, I'll leave the rest of this in here. I think it's getting pretty full, so I'll try to take some blocks away. Stack those together. And maybe take... Yeah, if there's just a pile of dirt in here, we should take that out with us. And maybe the sand too. No, I'll leave the sand. That's great. But the obsidian is coming with me. Okay. So now we're going to go across the world. Wait, put the shulker box away first. Love having a series. Oh, I really have no shulker boxes hanging out. So we need to fix that. I cringe so hard at people saying absolute cinema during some parts of the Minecraft movie. Yeah. I outed myself as a boomer for not enjoying those moments, chat. Are you doing a festival for day 6969? Says Jewel Spoon. Oh, there's a fun idea. What would the festival be? Would I have to get upside down and... Chat, this has been the craziest drink. Claims to be 7-Up, but it is it's been powerful. Is anyone having Minecraft overload syndrome? What is that? MOS. You've got too much Minecraft in your life? I don't think such a thing exists. Chat, do you think it's time to start a Superflat? I think I've had my cooldown time. I think I'm ready now. Wait, what is a 6969? 6969 is the number you call to get the emergency services in Europe. If by the emergency services you mean you know, I mean, no, that's all. So I knew it was 7-Up. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm having Minecraft withdrawal. Yeah, that's the opposite of what you said previously. So this is how much stone I have, chat. This is how much stone I have. I've got not just the 2 full double chests, the 3 full double chests, but then I've also got this shulker, this shulker, this shulker, this shulker, this shulker. This one has some andesite in, to be fair, so I could probably do something about that. And then I've also got, like, you know, it's bad, is my point. It's a problem that needs to be sorted. How will I sort that problem? That is a question that I will deal with. But yeah, I'm going to put away my gravel, put away my iron ore, get myself ready for future me to do fun things in this world. Should that be what I want to do. And I'd love to see another regular Superflat series again. I like the hardcore series, but the original was fire. Yeah, we could just do Bottomless Hole, but do Bottomless Hole without hardcore. Or live by the hardcore, die by the hardcore. Also a possibility. I'm really looking forward to playing more Igloo Core, by the way, but I'm like trying my best to like keep the series somewhat sequential. But yeah, I think I mentioned this before, chat, but editing the streams down is a task that has broken every editor that has tried. Every single editor that tries editing the streams down eventually goes, I think I cannot do this anymore, no matter what the price is. There is no price that will make me okay with listening to 17 hours of footage and trying to edit the best bits out of it. It is just a I don't actually know how to reasonably do that. But what I do know is that it is hard. Also, you know what? I did say I'd mine some sugarcane, right? Let's mine the sugarcane, put some back. Pick up some more sugarcane, put that back. And let's take the 19 and let's put it inside of my big sugarcane collection chests. I need some after all. So let's load some up. There we go. Anyway, because it's all best bits. Oh, thank you, Cronin. That's the reason why. I think you've worked it out. We've cracked the formula. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's live stream. But it's about to start again. It's Superflat time. I'm just kidding. I do want to do. I want this to work, chat. Hardcore, flat. It's gonna go well. I'll have to alter how I think the entire time, and I'll have to keep that going for every episode. But I will make it, but not today. Thank you for watching, chat. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a very good end of your life, and I'll see you in the next one. Good. Bye. It's happening. Flat core. It's the last time, chat. Flat core. Wait, flat 4, flat 4, flat furious. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. This is it's happening, chat. Just not right now. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday. No, I specifically cannot see you on Thursday. I'm going go-karting. Oh, I had a weird. I think I told you about my go-karting experience. I'm not. I had it. It was the weirdest thing, and I think I should feel uncomfortable about specifically telling you where I'm going go-karting. But I am, chat, and it's gonna be great. See you.